I pray to the divinity in you. The subject matter of this evening's lecture is the knowledge of the Upanishads. The most ancient scriptures and records that we have today are called Vedas, V-E-D-A-S. Actually, it's one word, Veda, but it has got 4 different sections, so that's why we use the word plural, Vedas. The word Veda comes from its root vid, to know, it's knowledge. For thousands of years, these records remain in the hearts and minds of the great sages and their disciples. According to Occidental scholars, these records came into book form some 800 BC, but the Indian scholars do not agree with it. These are not the words taught or spoken by any sage or seer or rishi. They are revelations. They were revealed to the great sages. Now, let me tell you, you'll understand better the word revelation through Bible. The book of Revelation in the Bible is not a book written by anyone. And among 12 apostles, no one was chosen to have those revelations. John was not one of the disciples, direct disciples of the great Master Jesus Christ. Then why revelations came through him? Because that instrument through whom revelations came was a great one, pure in heart, mind, and soul. Pure means no conflicts in the mind, no emotional problems in the heart, and that individual soul was searching for its summum bonum as the river searches for the ocean. So those great sages and seers who received the knowledge were great because they prepared themselves to be great. We all human beings can do that, provided we prepare ourselves. Why modern man cannot be called a rishi? The word rishi comes from its root rishi, aproksha darshane. Dishyate annena, through which you see darshan, philosophy. The great seers became instruments because they were very pure. Their minds were pure. Their hearts were pure. We can purify our minds and hearts exactly as they did. And it's possible that revelations can come through us. No. Were they only men? No, that's not true. Those great saints were both men and women. There have been great women also. Maitri, Garge, Katyani, Sulva, many great sages. So there is no such discrimination that a woman cannot attain the highest wisdom and cannot become an instrument, and man alone is a custodian of the knowledge of the Brahman. So there are 4 Vedas in number, and the finest or later part of the Vedas is called Upanishad. In Vedas you find mantras, and they were explained by Brahmanas, and they were put together by the Samhitas, and they were taught in a school that was called Sakha. And there had been many Sakhas, many schools. Samveda alone had 1,000 schools. Yajurveda had 59. Rigveda had more than 75. You see, Muktika explains about it. But a large portion of Vedic record is missing, that is not available. No one knows what has happened. There are no such schools anymore. Every school had an Upanishad. This way, there were more than 1,000 Upanishads, but we only have 208, then 108, and there are principal Upanishads, only 10 and 11. Though, if we include minor Upanishads, there are more than 100 Upanishads, 108 Upanishads. The word Upanishads, Up and Ni prefixes are included with the word Sad. To loosen, that means to attain and to annihilate, the meaning of Sad. To loosen the bondage. Study of the Upanishad, knowledge of the Upanishad, teachings of the Upanishad help in loosening the bondage. Because of the bondage, we are not free. Because we are not free, we suffer. We go through pain. We go through miseries. We human beings forgot our essential nature, so we cannot establish ourselves in our essential nature. So Upanishad means that knowledge which helps you loosening that bondage, allowing you to attain the goal of life. Now there are records. When they were brought into records, they are in book form. They are called secret teachings, secret books, secret import. They were not actually given to ordinary students. They were not taught to the ordinary students. They were only taught to chosen ones, fortunate few. And it was a tradition that older son used to learn those scriptures. But later on, when Shankaracharya started making commentaries, then ordinary people studied it. And when people like Swami Vivekananda, Swami Rama came to the foreign countries, then they spoke on the knowledge and wisdom of the Upanishads, and it became public. Now, every human being can have a book from the library. But let me tell you one thing. I have never seen a book being a teacher. Book cannot teach. There are many mysteries, many words which have very subtle meaning. And if you miss one word and its meaning, well, instead of going to the east, you go to the west. You see. I'm not a very learned man, I never say I am. But I heard the sayings of the Upanishads from the great sages at least 11 times. At least. The tradition is to sit near the teacher, that means Upanishad. So when we were asked to sit, we never moved. Asana Siddhi was very important. They always looked at our posture, the way we sat. Are we moving? Are we restless? All the movements and gestures of human being indicate that there is something going on inside. They wouldn't allow you to sit there near them if you move. Then there was one thing. When my master asked me to see other sages, first thing he said, you'll be wasting your time and energy if you see that somebody has long, white, flowing beard and shining face and big bulging eyes. If you go towards these symptoms, son, you'll be wasting your time and you will not get anything. I said, then what shall I see? He said, do not forget the saying of the great book called Gita. What is Gita? Srimad Bhagavad Gita is the gist, the modified knowledge of Vedas and Upanishads. Sarvo Upanishado Gao Dogda Gopalanandana. Arjuna became calf and Krishna became a milkman, and Upanishads became a cow, and Krishna milked the Upanishads and Arjuna drank. Now one thing I'll tell you, according to Vedic tradition, incarnations, prophets have secondary place. You all have heard about Rama and Krishna and other reincarnations in Hindu tradition. They are never considered higher than the rishis, shares of the Vedic lore. They only preached Vedas and Upanishads. They cannot go anywhere. What can they teach? What a modern man can teach? What wisdom modern man can give? He can only change the basket, eggs are the same. See? The way basket is placed, the way flowers are arranged, it has some meaning. The way knowledge is imparted in a modified manner, that has some weight. A teacher should learn to understand the tendency of the student. A teacher can immediately find out how far my student can understand me. There has been a great gap between student and teachers. When you read Bible, you come to know Christ says, disciples of the Christ say, Master, do not talk of the parables. While crossing river Jerusalem, he said, do not talk of the parables, we don't understand you. If there is no communication between the student and teacher, anything teacher says becomes parable. But if the student is tuned and is prepared to understand, then he understands. And to know, there is a secret of knowing. To know something means just to know, not to fight. You see, we have two methods of our knowing. Through head, you talk, please do it, but let your head be one pointed. But let you learn to hear through your heart. Discard head during that time. When you talk, your thought should go through filtration of buddhi and other aspects of antakarana before you communicate, talk to somebody. And when you hear, just open your heart and hear, so that whatever you have heard, you understand it. There are two sorts of knowledge you receive from the ancient scriptures. One is called Shruti, revelations. And when the great teachers, great sages and seers imparted that knowledge to their student, that came through ordinary channel of speech, that became Smriti. Comparing the great knowledge of Shruti, Smriti has no place. Any part of philosophy, any great teacher who expounds any type of philosophy, if Shruti, reference of Shruti is missing, it's not considered to be a knowledge. Once I went to Salt Lake City. The monks of the Salt Lake City invited me, and I said, they asked me, have you studied Bible? I said, I have studied, but have you studied Bible? I asked them. See, you are insulting us. I said, no, you are insulting me by asking, have I studied Bible? As there are two books of revelations in Judaism, similarly a book of Revelation is there in Bible. As there are three stages of evolutionary knowledge you find in the Bible, you will find in the Upanishads also. Ordinary people, when they hear the teachings of the Bible, for them said, if you do not do this, you will be punished in the hell. The fear is created. Those sentences, those words of Old Testament create terror in human mind. You will be not saved. You will go to hell. You see. Ordinary, those minds which are not evolved, that teaching is meant for them. There is another teaching. The book of Psalms Sermon on the Mount, meant for the students who are prepared, who understand. But the superb teaching is in the book of Revelations. Very few people study that. Very few people understand. Priests, monks do not teach that book called Book of Revelation because they don't understand what it is. See. There is a tradition that teaches Upanishads. The finest part of Vedas was meant for very few, for whom, when you have gone through 4 stages, first step is student life. That's called brahmacharya. When you have learned how to direct your energies with mind, action and speech, you discipline your body, mind and speech up to 25 years of age. Second step, you become householder. You earn the means and live householder's life comfortably with your spouse. Third is Vanprastha. You go to the forest to practice austerity, mortification and discipline. And fourth is called Sannyasa. When you don't have any responsibility, all the time you walk in Brahman consciousness. You become Paribrajaka, where you are free. You are free from all fears. There is only one word that I say. Same word is said by the Upanishad. Uttishthita. Wake up. Are you awake? No, you are not. You are still sleeping. Uttishthita jagrita prapya varanya bodhata. Wake up. Remain awake and gain knowledge. That knowledge which gives you freedom from all fears. It's one thing that you should learn. When you examine your unsuccess, any unsuccess venture in your life, you come to know that it's fear that has invited danger for you, that has created a barrier, that has created an obstacle for you. First freedom is freedom from fears. That's what the message of Upanishads is. Freedom from fears, man. First thing. Because Upanishad tell you to enjoy this world. Upanishad do not teach you to run away from the world. That when I will explain, I will tell you. But there is a way of enjoying. Upanishad says you do not know how to enjoy. We will teach you how to enjoy this world, the things of the world. They should be enjoyed, and there is a way of enjoying them. But you can never enjoy if you are not free from fears. Can you? Modern man had all the things at his disposal. All the means he needs, he wants, he desires for, he receives, he gets. So what the Bible says? Ye ask and you will receive. Knock and it will be open unto you. And once you ask and once you knock, you never receive and that is never open for you. You give up. No, it is never said in Bible, do not repeatedly ask. It is not said in the Bible that do not repeatedly knock. Go on knocking till it is open unto you. That's the point. Go on asking till it is given to you. You have seen, if you say something, if you are a kid and say once to your mother is busy, she won't give you. But if you repeatedly ask her, she has to leave the work and give it to you. So is the case with the knowledge that you receive from inside the fortress, and that lock, which is called keyless gate of the door of the fortress within us. Our purpose of life is to attain that, which is called Brahman according to the Upanishads. Brihadatmaha. Greatest of all, there is nothing greater than him. That can be termed as truth. I am talking about the absolute truth. Now, there are three definitions of truth, you should remember. That which is not subject to change, death and decomposition, that which was never born, so never dies, that which is self-existent, never needs anyone's support. Truth never needs any evidence to prove that I am truth. Once we have known that truth, which is called Brahman, ultimate truth, then our purpose of life is fulfilled. Who are we? We are not ordinary human beings according to the Upanishads. We are Atmans. Atma, the inner dweller, and that which is everywhere is Paramatma, or Brahman. Now we have to establish our essential nature. We have to establish our Atman in our essential nature called Brahman. What is this Maya business then? Maya is a power of projection that projects this Hiranyagarbha, that projects this universe. When you see one in many, that's because of Maya. It's called Anirvachaniyam. You do not know why does it exist between you and the reality, between you and absolute truth, between you and the Brahman. No one knows it. It is inexplicable. So when you cross the mire of delusion created by Maya, with the help of knowledge, fearlessly, you do it. But at the same time, you do not ignore the world. Upanishads do not say you ignore the world. We are starting the Upanishad called Ishopanishad. Why it is considered to be the first Upanishad? Not because it's very ancient. It is not. There are ancient Upanishads, more ancient than Ishopanishads. It has got beautiful teachings. It's complete in itself. Every Upanishad is complete in itself. If God wishes and if you wish, I want to continue the teachings of Upanishads, and at least 108 Upanishads should be taught. So that anywhere you go and hear anything, at least you will not curse me and say, oh, I have already heard it. You should hear so much so that you don't have to hear again. But then what do you do after that? You practice. And for practicing, only two things are needed. Learning to understand one pointed mind, and learning to understand the philosophy of non-attachment. Westerners and modern men are afraid of learning to understand something about the word non-attachment. Non-attachment is a great wealth you can have. If you have learned this word, non-attachment, you are free. If you have really understood it, non-attachment means great love. Pure love means non-attachment. Why are you attached to the things of the world? Have you ever tried to understand that anything you love, even if it is human being or not, anything you love, that love gives you pain? Foreigners do not come to give you pain at home. Who gives you pain? The object of your love. The way you look at it, the way you develop your attachment towards the objects of the things of the world. You should learn to know the technique how to love and how to enjoy the loved one. Ishopanishad beautifully describes it, step by step. First with the invocation. Om Purnamadaha. First sound, syllable is Om. No one can question it. That which you call Amin. If you closely and very clearly try to understand, they're one and the same. You say Amin. No, close your lips and then utter a sound, any sound, A, B, C, D, of any language. How will it come out? As you will hum Om. This syllable has 3 letters. A, U and M. Om. These 3 letters represent 3 states of your mind, not 3 states of your body. Mind. You see. You may have any type of body, but body is less important than mind, though body is a good instrument, an important instrument. You are known. If you want to know yourself, sit down for a few minutes and think what you are thinking, try to record it, and you will come to know your personality. And you will feel very sad. I never thought people say I am such a good person. What has happened to me? I met a great sage sitting on the banks of the Ganges, modern sage. Somebody was with me, and somebody was little bit follower of agnostic. He said, Swami, what is the difference between you and me? You eat, sleep, and do other things exactly the way I do. What difference does it make? Why are you called a Swami, sage, and why am I not called? He smiled. He said, the difference is, anything you hear, son, it affects you. Anything I hear, it doesn't affect me. If someone says, you stupid, it will not affect me because I am not. You are not stupid, you know it. But if I call you stupid, you will feel sad because you have become stupid. How that something affects you. How the suggestions affect your life. How whole day from morning till evening you are having suggestions from others and your life is affected. This is called reactionaries. So modern men, modern people are reactionaries. They don't have time to think. They don't have time to understand. They don't have time to feel. They are asked to feel by others. They are asked to think by others. They are asked to behave the way others want. We lead such a life. We have created a vast whirlpool for ourselves, and we do not know what to do with us. It is happening everywhere, we see. So what I mean to say, the great Upanishads say, O human being, you can enjoy the things that you are enjoying today in a better way. Learn to enjoy. But there is a way of enjoying those things. So first sentence that it starts with invocation of this, Om Purnamadaha. This is all full. Purnamidam. The word idam has come, only idam comes for the universe. Tat comes for the Brahman. Wherever there is a word idam, it doesn't come for the Brahman. All this whatsoever you find has come from the Brahman, which is perfect and full, complete. So what will come out of the perfect and complete and full? Only perfection will come out. Purnat purnamudachyate purnasya purnameda purnameva shishyate. This is all full, complete. In the beginning, in intermediate state, in the end. But we see in our daily life, nothing is perfect in the world. And let us examine why nothing is perfect in the world. This Hiranyagarbha projection by Maya, what is all this? Maya is only an instrument of the Brahman to project itself. That became many. Vedanta or Upanishads do not ever use the word creation. No God, no power has ever created this world. Then how this world came into existence? Its manifestation. Do you know the mathematics? In the mathematics, you will see this one manifests itself. What happens finally? Becomes 100. What is 100? Is manifestation of only one. 100 times you count one, it becomes 100. 100 has no existence if you take out one. Actual existence of all of us is only one Brahman. If we are not aware of that reality, then we are back to the dust. So, human being, you have to be aware of that absolute reality, Brahman, that self-existent reality, that self-existent truth, which was never born, that never dies. From where death comes and terrifies you. Why are you afraid of death, of dying? Because you have not understood life. You have not understood the 2 points, 2 ends of the same line called birth and death. That's why you are afraid, you are scared of death. You see? Death is like other change, death is like habit of your body. Death should not terrify you, provided you understand. So Upanishads give you freedom from the fear of death. Explain to you the nature of the universe, the nature of the individual soul, the nature of the Brahman, the nature of Saguna Brahman and Nirguna Brahman both. Absolute reality without attributes and absolute Brahman or reality with attributes. My God is kind, my God is nice, my God is wonderful, my God is beautiful. This is called God with attributes. My God is absolute truth without any attributes. This is called God without attributes. Finally, all these attributes are annihilated by one power which is far and far beyond all these attributes, called unmanifested Brahman. Absolute truth itself. So the moment you come to know absolute truth, you will be free. I have seen modern people wearing good garments, painting their faces, and they smile as though somebody is hitting them, telling them to smile. I'm telling you, I don't find that fresh smile on anyone's face. If you want to go to New York, you'll come to know. Just wait, see people, they do like that. Very strange. I was, and I even asked somebody, I said, why are you making your face like that? What happens to American, anyone who comes past it, why do just like that? What do you mean by teasing me like that? In my country, nobody does like that. If you laugh at somebody, he'll kick you. What's all this? You are doing all this all the time? So I asked someone, I said, just, it's a culture. We are taught at home, whenever you see anybody, you should smile. I said, but you were not smiling. I said, that's what I know, what a smile is. So you slap on your cheeks and then smile, that is not called a smile. Your movements should be free. Your speech should be free. You should be free from all fears. Very few years you live. Do you ever try to calculate? Suppose you live for 100 years according to the Upanishads, as the Upanishads say. You should learn to live for 100 years. At least. May God bless you and give you more than 100 years. I don't aspire. Okay. But your normal age should be at least 100 years. And suppose you live 100 years with all the pressures that you have today, do you like to live that way? Okay, 100 years you live, 50 years you sleep. If you calculate. Another 25 years you waste in bathroom. Yes. At 25 years in gossiping, lying to each other, saying I love you and you love me. And that's all 100 years are gone. The Upanishad says, no. You should learn to enjoy the world, objects of the world, you should learn to enjoy life. But first freedom is freedom from all fears. If you are out and if you are not on time, your wife telephones the police station. It's a custom. It's a circumstance in which you live. That's what she expects because she's always afraid. She never telephones your church. Yes. She can't telephone the church and monastery, or is my husband meditating or praying there? You telephone your police station or hospital. Why? You are afraid all the time. Why do you create such fears? Because you are not aware of the truth. You like to be aware of the truth, but you do not know how, you do not understand that truth, you are not practicing to learn to be aware of that truth. After invocation, first mantra describes. This mantra of Ishopanishad actually The learned Pandits do not call it Isha or Ishopanishad. They call it Vajasneyi Samhita Upanishad. Pandits do not call it Ishopanishad. This is called Ishopanishad because it starts with the word Isha. ISA. The first word Isha. That Lord of life which governs the universe and your life is called Isha. Idam sarvam Isha vashyam. All this whatsoever you see is governed by God. When it is governed by God, how can you hate anyone? The question is, from where this hatred comes? From where this hatred comes? Because it comes from awareness, not awareness, unawareness. That's called ignorance. When you forget your existence, when you forget the truth or reality, then you land into this dilemma. When you forget Isha, that the inner dweller, the governor, the controller of life and the universe, everywhere within and without, is there, then you land into trouble. First thing is to remember, learning to remember the Lord of life all the time, wherever you are. Decide once for all. Well, if I talk to my husband, I'll be remembering Lord. By remembering Lord, when I talk to my husband, how loving can I be? By remembering Lord, if I talk to my wife, how loving can I be? Learn to practice this wherever you go. Remember the Lord all the time and live in the world. Now there is another beautiful sentence coming ahead. Tena taktena vunjitha ma gridha kasya suddhanam. By remembering Lord, remember the Lord all the time, what do you do next? Enjoy life. Not only mere technical remembrance, you have to learn to enjoy life. How? By renouncing. Can you learn to enjoy something through renunciation? When everything belongs to God, then what is yours? Nothing belongs to you. Then why do you have? Yes, it is meant for you. You can have it. Enjoy this situation, that's the point. All the things of the world belong to the Lord, but are given to you. Let you learn to enjoy the gift of the Lord. That is the meaning. Anything that you enjoy as a gift of the Lord. Then you are never afraid. Those gifts will be snatched from you. All the things that you have are not yours, but they are given to you as gifts. Please learn to enjoy them. It's called enjoyment with tyaga, renunciation. Have you ever seen how you enjoy swimming? By renouncing the waters. You go ahead. Yes. You do not renounce like this. This will drown you. The renunciation is way of life. You see, when you walk, you say, I don't want to move because I am enjoying. Well, stagnant. You will have to renounce this, then you go ahead. When do you get fresh breath? When you renounce that which is not needed. Renunciation word is a great technical word. Enjoy by renouncing that egotistical feeling of attachment towards the things of the world. That is the real meaning I was taught. This is mine, this is mine, this is mine. This is not mine. This belongs to God, this belongs to God, this is meant for me. Yes, that's right. You can have it. All the things that you have, please have them, enjoy them, use them, but they do not belong to God. Don't establish your proprietorship, your ownership. Don't think that that is yours. That's called enjoyment. This is mine, and this is mine, and this is thine, and this is mine. In mine and thine, you become victim of the great ignorance called Maya. There is another word which should be understood. That which becomes responsible for the projection of this Hiranyagarbha is called Maya. What is avidya? Knowledge. Opposite of the knowledge is called avidya, ignorance. We suffer because of our own ignorance. No one wants us to suffer. We always say, God wants me to suffer, I am suffering. God did not tell you to overeat. Huh? God did not tell you to do silly things. So why do you put blame on God? Tena taktena vanjita. Oh man, you have every right to enjoy. But you can only enjoy if you understand the word renunciation. Enjoyment and renunciation are two different, they are two opposites. But you have to learn both. If you are learning to use your head, please learn to use your heart too. There is a story that will help you. There was one lame man. He couldn't walk. And there was one blind man. Both had to cross, go to a particular place. He said, what's the problem? Who are you? He said, I am blind. But you seem to be very healthy and muscular. He said, yes, but I am blind. I don't see. He said, I can see, but I am lame. So they started having a dialogue. In the course of dialogue, they both came to agreement. The blind man said, I am strong enough, why do you not sit on my shoulder, show me the way, and we both will go reach where we have to. When you learn to establish understanding between your emotional nature and thinking self, your mind and emotion, you can easily pass this procession of life without any problem. Sometimes you become emotional and then thinking process vanishes. Sometimes you become a great thinker and emotion vanishes. No. Emotion has its power and thinking has its power, and there should be a bridge between the two, understanding. Where you have to use emotion, use it. Where you have to use thinking, use it. That you can do because it's your instrumentation. Mind is your instrument. Emotion is your instrument. Why are you not trying to use it? Don't say that that's not yours. Don't ever say that. I tell you one thing, if I tell you, you will shock. In my childhood, I used to threaten other Swamis. And nobody taught me. And this was my will, so how would I threaten? I said, I am going to die if you don't listen to me. And I was a kid, so I would faint and stop my pulse and heartbeat. That technique I came in touch. I'm telling you today. Because I used to threaten them. If you don't listen to me, if you don't give me jalebis to eat, good sweets, I am going to die. So one who did not know, he said, okay, die, and suddenly I would fall on the road, and the pulse was not there, heartbeat was not there, and I was quite listening from inside what was going on outside. You see? All the powers you have because the instruments are yours. You see? Many children do that. They know how to pass out. Have you seen? Children will say, I am passing out. You have all the powers within you, all the instruments within you, provided you know how to make usage of those. First thing that is to be remembered, the mantra says, all this whatsoever you find here, there and everywhere, within and without, is governed by the great power called God or Ishvara. This should be remembered again and again. This should not be forgotten, for this is a great truth. How to deal with the world, things of the world. You get attached to the things of the world and that create miseries for you. How to be free from the miseries? Tena tak tena bhanjita. Enjoy them without attachment. Don't get attached to them. I'll give you one simple simile. Father and son love each other very much. Do they not know that one day they will leave each other? Either father dies, unfortunately son can also die. They know it. Knowing this truth, they cry one day. Why do they cry? Because of the attachment. They know it from the very beginning, the day will come when my father will leave me or I will leave him. Knowing this truth, a lover knows that beloved has to leave him, and beloved knows that lover has to leave him. These unconscious fears build up within human mind and heart because they are never examined. There are many such fears within us. We are not attaining what we want to attain. We might lose what we have. We might not gain what we want. We have many, many fears. Can you tell me, who is sitting here who says, I enjoy things? No, you cannot enjoy. A thief doesn't enjoy because he is stealing. He knows that he is stealing. This does not belong to him. A woman does not enjoy man because she is thinking of other men or many other things. A man does not enjoy a woman because he is totally wrecked and distracted. Why are you not enjoying the things that you have? Your own body, your own mind, your own heart, all the instruments you are. Do you ever have time to appreciate and admire yourself? No, you are not enjoying. Because you have not learned the technique of enjoying. The Upanishad says the technique of enjoying means to be first free from the fears by understanding one thing. First point is, all this whatsoever within and without is governed by God. Be aware of this. That truth which is not subject to change, death and decay. Second, all things that you have are not yours, belong to God, but you have every right to enjoy them. It is called enjoyment with non-attachment. You are enjoying, but you are not attached to them. They are not yours. See? I am enjoying this, though it's not mine. I have right to enjoy it, you don't have. So anything that you have is yours, meant for you, please enjoy. But understanding that this is not mine, I have right to enjoy it. It's God's grace, it's God's blessings, it's God, because of God, that you have all the things at your disposal. Enjoy. The way of enjoyment is this. You cannot enjoy the things of the world under the pressure of fears. Fears will go away if you think that God exists everywhere. Where is the fear? Whom are you afraid of? I am afraid of you, or you are afraid of me because I think I am different from you, you think you are different from me. You lied to me, I lied to you, and we are afraid of each other. But the day I come to know that witnessing force between you and me is one and the same, we cannot hate anyone. We cannot hate each other. I will see God in you and you will see God in me. Who can hate whom? There will be love. Love will rule the life and the universe. We have done many, many experiments. If you try to find out and ask the true definition of science, and ask a scientist, what are you searching for? He is searching for something that is called unity beneath the diversity. That's what Vedanta, the Upanishad says. There is only one unifying principle, that is called Brahman. And who are you? Thou art that. You are Atman. Brahman and Atman are one and the same. You have to realize that. You've forgotten that. You suffer because you've forgotten. The moment you become aware, you are free. Awareness gives you freedom, and awareness for awareness, you have to practice. The first thing is to practice, to remember all the time that Lord of life and of the universe is everywhere. I should remember Him. When you remember Him, you cannot be cruel to anyone. You cannot hurt. You cannot commit crimes. All the crime will stop. There will be no crime on the earth. There will be love and love everywhere. Even if we die in love. You see. The day we follow the teachings of the Upanishads, which are meant for whole universe, there will be complete freedom, there will be total freedom, and everyone will be liberated. Liberation from the bondages of ignorance, from the bondages of attachments, from the bondages of our karma, from the bondages of our problems we create for ourselves. Total freedom, that is teaching of the Upanishads. Remembering and being aware of the Lord. O human being, learn to enjoy life. You are not enjoying. You claim that you are enjoying, but you are not. Examine whatever you are enjoying, you are not there. I tell you, you are listening to me, you are not here. You cannot say we are here. No, you are at home. Yeah, when you were at home, you were thinking of this place. Because you have not learned to make your mind one-pointed. You should learn to do things with one-pointed mind. You can never enjoy things unless you direct all your energy one-pointedly. Wherever there is distraction and dissipation, there cannot be enjoyment. If you really want to enjoy, and that enjoyment in any things you find when you are one-pointed. You are reading and enjoying reading when you are one-pointed. When you write, one-pointed. The poem will come out when you are one-pointed. You will make a beautiful, you see, painting when you are one-pointed. You will dance nicely when you are one-pointed. One-pointed mind means not distracted. Why mind will be distracted when you have practiced to learn that God is everywhere? You cannot hate. That mind will create hatred which is not aware of this truth. So first thing, O man, O human being, learn to understand that there is only one power within and without that governs you and the universe, and that is called Isha. Idam sarvam jagatyam jagat. All this whatsoever. Second point, ten taktena bhunjita. Learn to enjoy with developing a philosophy of life that's called love, non-attachment. Attachment is not love, remember that. Attachment creates miseries. Attachment creates obstacles. Attachment creates bondage. Attachment creates pain. One day, I was coming from India through TWA. So the pilot announced that one of the engines failed. So on Mediterranean Sea. See, when the hostess' face were pale, I remember, do my japa, you know. Suddenly it came in my mind, even it all fails, so what can I do? First thing, I cannot do anything. It is not in my hand. Second thing, I said, why do I worry when I am doing my japa? You see? I closed my eyes and but something happened. I smiled and I could not stop my laughter, and I smiled. I did like this. The man sitting next to me looked at me, said, what do you mean by teasing me like this? We are dying and you are laughing. I said, yes, I will laugh always. You stupid. So what, everyone dies, what a big thing about it. So hostess said, please don't fight. I said, I am teaching him, I am not fighting. You see? I said, nothing is going to happen. Pilot said, second engine also stopped. Then we had only 2 engines. But God, it worked and we landed. Instead of America, we landed in Canada. That's all. You understand? So, that half an hour's period was chaotic for everyone. But I assure you, I don't boast that I am free, but I remembering, Lord. I said, so what? Whatever is going to happen will happen. Whatever is not going to happen will never happen. Why bother? In either case, that which is going to happen is sure going to happen. That which is not going to happen will never happen. This I always used to remember, you see. And so I shook hand with him. He said, I don't like you. He told me. I said, I like you, but I pity you. I told him. He said, what's the matter? I said, why were you not afraid? Are you a devil? He said. He called me, are you evil? Evil are not afraid. I said, if I am free from fears, I like to be evil. That evil which is not afraid. Are you not afraid of God? I said, I am always afraid of God, because that's why I remember him. So remember, the more you remember, the more you become aware of the reality, one truth, one absolute truth, who is within you or without, I tell you, you will find your fears are vanishing, vanishing, vanishing. Fears come in when he is not there. When he is there is no place for fear. You see. How can you allow anyone to come in the car if somebody is already there? If he is there, the consciousness is there, awareness is there, how will you allow others to come in? Fears come when he is not there. The first thing is, idam sarvam isha vashyam. Second point, how to enjoy the world. with the philosophy of renunciation. Renounce attachment and enjoy as a gift. All the things that you have gift. Oh, these beautiful children you have, do you think they are yours? Yes, for worldly language we have to say, this is my son. They're beautiful, God has given me. If you go on thinking that way, you remember God all the time, you enjoy the presence of your child, you enjoy the presence of your spouse. It's a way of enjoying. Third point, the discipline. What is the discipline that you have to do? First thing that you have to do. That which makes you crazy. Do you know what is that? When you look at others, such and such person has this and I don't have this. This is a competition going on all over the world. You entered into unconscious competition. A country against another country, human being again. In the churches, anywhere you go, homes, paintings, clothes, competition. My neighbor has got a good gown, so I should wear a good gown. Magridha kasvasiddhanam. Don't rob someone. If someone has something, don't take it. Don't steal, don't rob. Don't have eye on somebody's things. No. Why do you want to be so petty and small? So in daily life you can practice this. I don't need anything from anybody. Anything that comes is with me is a gift. I will learn with all my might. You see. So 3 teachings you find in one mantra, first mantra. All this, whatsoever within and without, is governed by one absolute truth, Lord Brahman, called Isha. Okay. I will enjoy all the things of the world with non-attachment. I will not have eye on somebody's things. If you are possessing something, you enjoy it. Why should I have it? The moment I think of having it, I will find out a way. Either I will persuade you, or I will steal, or I will beat you up, or I will do something, try to take away, deprive you from that. Don't do that. Don't deprive others of their positions. Anything anyone possesses, you don't have to deprive him. Because he is enjoying that thing. All things that you have are meant to be enjoyed. Why do you deprive someone of their enjoyments? Let you learn to enjoy that state of mind when you see people are enjoying. Oh, I'm happy. I enjoy because I see you enjoying. Who can do that? A father does it at home. When children enjoy, father and mother, they feel proud. My children are enjoying. If you have attained that state, oh, everyone is enjoying. Oh, Lord, let them enjoy. Lord, give them long life. Lord, give them strength. Lord, give them all the power so that they can enjoy. This human culture needs to be developed. When you think of others, let them enjoy, let them have things, let them be happy. Instead of, let me be happy, let me be enjoy, I alone should live, I am the only person in the world, nobody should exist. So you have learned 3 things today. Tomorrow we go to next mantra. I want you to think more on this. And those who do not have book, they should read from somebody. Those who do not have book, do not have money, they can ask me, I'll give them. Doesn't matter. Yes. But you should have a book. You should know what it is. And you should put questions. And if you don't have good, vital question, relevant question, I will feel that you are cheating me. Yeah. I won't cheat you, I promise. Whatever I know, truthfully I will tell you. The practical Vedanta, practical method of learning and explaining Upanishads. And I am sure that you will enjoy this seminar and enjoy your stay here, having good food, good walks, enjoying silence. Silence gives that something which no one can give you. All the great things occur during the silence. Remember this. Learn to be silent. But your mind jabbers all the time. Learn to calm down your jabbering mind and enjoy that inner silence. There is a voice of the silence that comes from silence. And the best music you hear, enjoy that silence. God bless you. Peace, peace, peace.